Alert forecast with meteorologist Kevin Phelps.
All right, Tuesday morning, we already have some showers and storms here to our north and to our west. A wet sky camera here as you head out to Dubuque, but notice you're dry and cloudy here in Tipton. Same here in the Quad Cities, and this cloud cover has kept us significantly warmer than yesterday morning. Yeah, we were in the 40s and 50s yesterday, 60s and 70s across the entire area as you step out the door here on your Tuesday. Now, we all have south winds here at the moment. As the morning continues, south winds are going to get a little stronger, tad breezy at times here today. But as you look at Doppler radar, yes, very active weather here setting up to our north and west. This is kind of unfortunate because a lot of this rain is falling in the Mississippi River Basin, and that's going to allow our rivers to continue to rise and maybe crest a little higher than even what we were talking about yesterday. But this is also going to bring us a round of showers and storms here in just a little bit. But what we have falling right now is in northern parts of Jackson, northwestern edge there of Joe Daviess County. None of this is severe, but notice very decent rainfall producers, to say the least. And then you have a wide swath of showers and storms here in central Iowa. This all makes its way into the TV6 viewing area, maybe around 8, 9, and 10 o'clock this morning. That round, again, will not be severe, but it kind of already resaturates our ground. So any additional rain that we get here later on this evening is likely to run off into area rivers and also produce some flash flooding. So here you are at 3 this afternoon. Widespread highs returning to the mid-80s. A line of storms is anticipated to develop here around 5 and 6 in the evening. Anywhere along this leading line, we're looking at damaging winds being the primary threat, and then you'll have some isolated tornadoes associated with this. Look for this to push through the Quad Cities sometime around 8 and 9 o'clock here this evening, and by 9, the majority of the rain is along and east of the Mississippi. But notice how deep red everything is on Exact Track here. This is signaling torrential downpours, which again will lead to maybe 1, 2, 3 inches of rainfall on a localized basis. Flash flooding on an area-wide threat is our biggest one here across the entire area this evening. By midnight, the heaviest rain looks to set up now along Highway 34. A lot of this wraps up by sunrise on Wednesday. Here's your break in the active weather Wednesday afternoon as you're back to mostly sunny skies and high temperatures in the mid-80s. Now, in terms of our severe weather threats, damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour cannot be ruled out, nor an isolated tornado. Hail, I don't really think is going to be the biggest concern for us. Quarter size certainly is worth that severe threat, but it's this rainfall that's really going to be a problem for us. We're talking a half to a full inch on average. Notice there's going to be pockets of 2, 3, 4, 5 inches of rainfall. So those very localized spots have the best chance for some of that flash flooding. And of course, all of our rivers are on the rise and are all now expected to crest at major flood stage from Dubuque through the Quad Cities. Notice all of our crests too have been pushed back by about a day, and that was kind of as anticipated, as a lot of these crest forecasts do not take into account rainfall outside of the 24-hour forecast. So look for most of the crests to occur sometime after the 4th. As you head into this weekend, you drop south of the Quad Cities, most of the crests are going to occur next week, but everything rising into major flood stage. Burlington already at major flood stage here this morning. Now, the weather pattern does start to slow down a little bit here as we get into next week, so hopefully we can start to see those river levels recede. But notice on the 4th, you do have that next round of showers and storms, so all that crest forecast does not incorporate that. Minor chances for rain here again on Friday, but that's not going to be the widespread threat like what we're dealing with here today. And most of the weekend is going to be drier than not, and temperatures pretty typical here for July as we're all in the mid-80s.
John Deere Classic Week is here, and dozens of the world's best golfers are in the Quad Cities ready to compete. Now, the field is strong this year, but the highest ranked golfer in the field, Patrick Cantlay, withdrew from the tournament yesterday. Also withdrawing were Taylor Montgomery and Cam Davis, who won the Rocket Mortgage Classic on Sunday. Jason Day is one of the highest ranked golfers in the field.